May problema ka po sa IRCC like lost passport, visa delay, wrong upload, or mali po yung documents or kulang po yung documents na naisend nyo, this video will save you stress, time, and months of waiting. Please watch this before you submit your web form. This one is based po sa aking pong real experience. So, today I'll show you the right way, clear, short, and organized. Hi everyone! Welcome and welcome back to my channel. At kung bago po kayo dito, hi! My name is Jane. Kamusta po kayo? Thank you for stopping by. And in today's video guys, gusto ko pong share sa inyo, turuan kayo, guide kayo kung paano po yung tamang pagsasubmit pag kailangan nyo pong mag-update sa file nyo using the IRCC web form. At bago ko po yun ulit simulan, gusto ko po muna ulit magpasalamat po sa lahat ng mga nagtiwala at nag-subscribe po sa aking channel. At kung hindi pa po kayo nakakapag-subscribe guys, please consider subscribing in my channel and hit nyo na rin po yung like button and yung notification bell para ma-notify rin po kayo sa aking mga next video. And yun nga guys, ano nga po ba ang IRCC web form? So, let's make it simple. IRCC web form, official gateway mo po ito para po mag-update sa application nyo. Hindi po ito chatbot or email. This goes directly to your file number. Ginagamit po ito kung sakaling na-lost yung passport nyo or gusto nyo pong palitan yung passport, yung visa extensions nyo, kung na-expired na, kung nag-upload po kayo ng wrong document, tapos meron di kayong missing requirements or nag-change po kayo ng address or contact informations nyo po and urgent personal updates. Pati rin po yung sa medical or biometrics nyo kung na-delay. At kung kailangan nyo rin pong i-follow up yung application nyo pag sobrang tagal na po ng processing, ito po yung shortcut nyo para po sabihin kay IRCC yung importante nyo pong gusto pong sabihin sa kanila. Bakit po ba na-ignore ang mga web form? So, yung una po, IRCC ignores web form kasi sobrang haba po ng message. Tapos iba, masyado pong emotional, magulo po yung explanation, tapos yung in-attach na file, hindi po siya naka-PDF, tapos hindi po talaga naka-follow sa format. At yung iba po, mali rin po yung subject. If you want IRCC to take your message seriously, kailangan po kayong maging organized. Apat na bagay lang naman po ang gusto nilang makita kapag nag-send kayo sa IRCC web form. Yung una po, kailangan po ay clear main reason. Yung pangalawa, yung supporting details nyo. Yung pangatlo, yung supporting files nyo, kailangan po laging PDF. Tapos yung pang-apat, ano nga po ba yung gusto nyong gawin ng IRCC? Yung what actions you want IRCC to do. At kung ganyan po ka-organize or kabuo yung pagsasubmit nyo po ng web form, mabilis po yung papansin ni IRCC at maya attach sa file nyo. So next one guys, ito na po yung step by step ng submission. So yung una guys, buksan nyo po yung inyo pong Google Chrome and then i-type nyo po is IRCC Web Form Canada and then nyo po itong link na to, IRCC Web Form Canada. Kita nyo po, IRCC Web Form, contact us online. Choose nyo lang po yung right category. So since mag-update or mag-ask po kayo about sa inyo pong application, click lang po natin to and then so ito po yung mga categories na pwede nyo pong piliin. Yung una po is check your application status or kung mag-update po kayo ng contact number, address, ito naman po yung i-click nyo. And then kung magka-cancel po or magbabago naman po kayo ng representative na umahawak ng application nyo, ito naman po yung i-click nyo. Kung kailangan nyo po mag-add ng documents para sa application nyo, ito po yung i-select nyo. At kung kailangan nyo naman po na urgent processing for your PR card, ito naman po yung category po doon. Ito lang po yung i-click nyo. At kung kailangan nyo rin pong i-withdraw or i-cancel yung application nyo, ito naman po yung i-click nyo. So since guys na sa situation namin, mag-update kami, update namin yung IRCC about sa lost passport nga ng partner ko. So ito po yung details. So magko-continue po kayo sa form. Since ako po yung principal applicant, so ito po yung i-click ko. Kung meron po kayo representative, ito naman po i-click nyo and then kung meron pong iba na gumagawa or nagsasubmit ng application on your behalf, ito po yung i-click nyo. So let's say I am the principal applicant. So continue to form. So ito po yung mga kailangan na information na dapat nyong fill upan. So yung first name, kung sakaling wala po kayong first name, i-click nyo lang po itong box na to and then yung last name, yung email address, tapos confirm yung email address, yung date of birth, yung country kung saan po kayo pinanganak, and then yung application number nyo, makikita po nyo yung sa sinanse nyo na IRCC, kung ano po yung in-applyan nyo, kung refugee or temporary resident. Usually guys, katulad nito, sa visitor's visa, click lang natin yun. Tapos, what application did you submit? So, visitor record. Kung work permit po kayo, so work permit. Kung study, study. Click natin visitor record. Ilagay nyo lang po yung client identification number. So, yan. And what country or territory were you living when you submitted your application? Kung nandito po kayo sa Canada, Canada. Kung sa ibang lugar po kayo, yun po yung dapat nyong ilagay. Kung Philippines, Philippines. What nationality is listed on the passport you used to apply? Kung Philippine passport po kayo. And then, yung passport number nyo, yung issuing country, Philippines, and how did you submit your application? Kung online po kayo nag-apply, online. Kung paper, paper. Kung sa Visa Application Center, ito po i-click nyo. Make sure you complete all the required fields. It can take up to 5 business days for your change to be made. Then yung contact information. Your email po or your mailing or residential address kung gusto nyo or kung gusto nyo pareho po. So click nyo lang yan. And then, click nyo lang po tong I've read and understand the above disclaimer. So, review your request, i-click nyo lang po yan. So, ito na po yung final formula guys. Use this every time na magsisend kayo ng web form sa IRCC. Yung una po, yung reason, kailangan 1 sentence. Yung supporting info, 2 to 3 short factual lines. And yung attachment nyo po, kailangan ilista nyo rin po. At yung action requested nyo. 1 clear line lang po yun. So, ito po yung example ng message. Like yung sa amin ng partner ko. I am reporting the loss of my passport and submitting updated documents related to my ongoing application. Ayun po yung reason. Tapos yung pangalawa po ay yung supporting information po na ilalagay ko. My passport was lost on November 2nd in Saskatoon. A police report was filed and a replacement application is already submitted to the Philippine Embassy. I also updated my IRCC online account and uploaded my new passport details once received. So yung sa attachment naman po, ito po yung nilagay ko. Police report, tapos PDF po siya, yung passport replacement confirmation from Philippine Consulate in Calgary, ito po yun, and then yung letter of explanation, so PDF po lahat sila. Tapos yung action requested, yung nilagay ko po is please update my file with the attached documents and advise if further steps are needed. At yung next naman guys, yung pag-attach nyo po ng file nyo. Prepare po kasi ni IRCC na PDF po yung format kasi mas stable yung format niya. Hindi po palipat-lipat yung letter, tapos madali lang pong i-download ni officers at madali rin po siyang i-attach sa internal file nyo. So, ano po ba yung gusto ni IRCC dito? Gusto niya po na listahan po ng exact na kung ano po yung mga in-attach nyo. Kung marami po kayong documents na i-attach. So, halimbawa, ilagay nyo po police report, tas kailangan PDF po, tas new passport application receipt, tas kailangan PDF din po. At yung tip ko dito guys, never send JPEG files unless photo po siya. Kailangan nyo po siyang i-convert. Lahat po, kung Word o ano po ba man yan, kailangan nyo pong i-convert to PDF files. Tapos yung last po yung action requested, isang clear line po siya. Tapos ito po yung example ng clear line. Good day, IRCC. I am writing to update my application regarding my lost passport. I have already filed a replacement and attached the supporting documents including my police report and the receipt for my new passport request. Kindly update my application file with these documents. Thank you. Then once okay na po yung inyo pong letter, then click nyo po yung submit your request. Kita nyo po, nakalagay dito, we've received your request. Thank you for submitting your request. We'll get back to you as soon as possible with an answer or to get more information about your situation. So, yun guys, sasabit na po natin yung web form at naka-receive na rin po tayo sa email ng confirmation sa request natin. And tips ko na rin sa inyo, screenshot yun na rin guys para sure lang. And then, yung secret pro tips ko po sa inyo based on my real experiences, wala pa po nakakapagsabi na to. So, yung unang tip ko po sa inyo guys, pag nag-web form kayo, never write long paragraphs. Lagi lang pong short lines. Kasi si IRCC officer po, ini-skim lang niya po yan ng mabilis. And yung pangalawa po, avoid emotional storytelling. Huwag niyo pong sabihin yung, I'm really stressed, please help me, sobrang worried po ako. Ang sabihin niyo lang po, here are the supporting documents regarding my case. So, okay na po yun. At yung web form po, gamitin niyo lang po per issue. Huwag niyo pong i-combine. Katulad sa amin, halimbawa, lost passport, tapos i-combine ko yung pag-change ko ng contact number or ng change address. Very confusing po yun kay IRCC officer. Tapos yung timing ng pagpa-follow up niya, magpa-follow po kayo after 30 days. Ayun po yung ideal. At kung if urgent naman po talaga, yung tips ko po sa inyo, maglagay po kayo ng urgent update but only once. Don't abuse guys kasi ignore nila yung web form nyo. Kung mag-attach naman po kayo ng files, don't attach too many files. Just 2 to 3 lang po, enough na po yun. And use clear document naming. Ito po yung pinaka-underrated tips ko sa inyo. Mas mabilis lang po ito, mabe-verify. And then yung expected response naman po ng IRCC, based on my experience po yung urgent po, 1 to 5 days po yun. And then yung normal updates lang po, umaabot po siya ng 1 to 2 weeks. At kung complicated po yung application, up to 30 days po yun. Pero kahit wala pa pong reply, your update is already received in your file. So meaning, nakikita na po nila yan internally. So when you should not use web form, ito po yung next guys. Avoid web form guys kung mag-aas lang po kayo ng decision updates, nagmamadali ka lang, gusto nyo lang po talaga malaman kagad yung status nyo. Yung web form po, para po siya sa updates with proofs, not for status checking. So yun guys, that's it for today's video. Sana nakatulong itong video ko sa inyo ngayon. Kung meron man po akong na-miss na sabihin or merong medyo malabo, please feel free to comment. I want to connect with you in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe in my channel at hit nyo na rin po yung notification bell para ma-notify po kayo sa aking mga next video. Thank you again guys for watching. See you on my next Canada updates at lagi po kayo mag-iingat. Bye!